Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another board game unboxing. This is a game called Touch of Evil, the supernatural game by Jason C. Hill and produced by Flying Frog Productions. The same company that did Shadows of Brimstone, as well as Fortune and Glory, and what was the other one that we did? Last Night on Earth. All of which we've done unboxings for. And this is a game that we had the original game. We got it a little while ago, a few months ago, along with its first expansion, Something Wicked. And recently we just purchased the 10-year anniversary edition of it. It's got quite a few upgrades, which I'll try to point out as we open it up, but definitely worthwhile. We get the original base game at a good price. I think it was $40 or something like that, a used version of that, along with the expansion. The expansion, Something Wicked, we got for $40 also, so which is really a good deal for that, because it's out of print and pretty hard to get for a good price. So anyways, we ended up getting both of those and then decided to get this one at about the price of those two combined, but with a lot extra. So we can gift the other one, our original one, possibly to somebody else for the base game. So this is a Touch of Evil 10-year anniversary edition for 2 to 8 players, ages 14 and up. And without further ado, let's take a look and see what's on the back of the box. So as usual with Flying Frog Production games, they go into pretty good detail about what's inside the box. So let's read the first couple paragraphs here. In the dawn of the 19th century, an age of science, superstition, and witchcraft, howling fills the night as a full moon rises over the small, secluded village of Shadowbrook. Gruesome murders have become a daily occurrence, and the terror haunts the streets at night. An evil creature has taken up residence here, and the countryside is engulfed in a tide of darkness. But all is not lost, not yet. It's kind of hard to read a little bit because the text is really small and cursive on this black background, yellow on black. A small group of heroic individuals with the courage and strength to fight have arrived in town. Some just passing through, while others here come with a purpose. But all will be put to the test as they race to save this cursed town from falling into darkness. It will take a cunning mind and strength of spirit to determine who is friend and who is foe, to solve the mysteries and hunt the beast to its lair. But the secrets of Shadowbrook run deep. Gossip and rumors run rampant, and those few heroes may soon discover that they are outsiders here and now, and already so rotten from there is little left to save. All right, so that's basically the game there. It's a little lore about it. Touch of Evil Supernatural game is a fast-paced game of fiendish creatures, dashing heroes, and high adventure. Each player takes on the role of a unique monster-hunting hero, racing against time to stop the forces of darkness from claiming another foothold in the world of man. Only by investigating the town and building your hero's strength can they hope to hunt down a supernatural villain to its lair and defeat him in an epic showdown. Players can race competitively to be the first to defeat the villain and save the town, or they can work together cooperatively to defeat the much stronger villain. featuring a game board map of Shadowbrook and surrounding countryside, 8 heroes to choose from, and 4, that's in the base game, and 4 different supernatural villains to hunt, each with its own hosts of unique minions and powers to drastically change the game. A Touch of Evil is designed to create an adventure cinematic feel to the story and as the game unfolds. So it's sort of like a B movie. To gear up your wooden stake, stuff some shot in the musket, and hold on to your. I can't read that one. Hold on to your tricorn. I don't know what that is. Oh, tricorn hat. Oh, okay. No one is safe from the creatures of the night. That's a colonial hat, I guess. And no one can be trusted. For inside everyone lies a touch of evil. So 2 to 8 players, 14 and above, 60 to 120 minutes, and that's everything that's inside. So it gives you an idea of what's inside of it. Upgraded tokens, upgraded investigation tokens, kind of like a plasticky, rubbery tokens there. Same thing with the wound tokens. Some nice little landscape things like a windmill, the abandoned keep, the manor, and one of the other ones. I can't remember what it is, but that's one of the villains there, the Headless Horseman kind of. It's not what it's called, but it's similar to a Headless Horseman. And then your hero sculpts and everything. And then you have, which is really cool, you have your town elders and you have busts of each one of them. So that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what's inside the box. This is the last big box that we have, core set that we have to open up. We've opened up all the others. Of the big box games anyway. We do have another Conquest of Planet Earth, which isn't quite as big a box to open up, which is also by Flying Frog Productions. Alright. No box fart. Alright, so let's see what's inside the box. So as usual, you have your catalog. And this is spring 2020, so this was a little bit later than the Last Night on Earth one catalog. As you can see, Last Night on Earth. And all these expansions, which we do have. Which we haven't opened up. We opened up the base game of Last Night on Earth, but we haven't opened up any of the expansion content, which we think we have just about all of it now. Then we get Timber Peak. We don't have the zombie grave weapon figures, but we do have the grave weapon cards, so. But the only thing I think we're missing, and we did have that 10-year anniversary, Invasion from Outer Space. We did that's the one I should say, not the Planet Earth one. Conquest of Planet Earth is a different game. We have Invasion from Outer Space. We have the core game of that one, and everything that comes with it. We have that, just about I think. And here's a Touch of Evil. We have all this stuff here. Except for the new soundtrack, and we don't have that yet. And then here, that's it, Conquest of Planet Earth. We don't have this one yet. This one's a little simpler, little different game. We don't have this one yet. I'm not sure if we're going to get that one, but Shadows of Brimstone, of course, you've seen on the channel. We have. And we have all these expansions except for Tradera. And that's the only one we don't have right now. The main expansions, and we have a lot of the enemies. And a lot of the hero packs and everything. Still some to get. We have all the mission packs, all 6 of them. Hopefully they'll start coming out with some for Forbidden Fortress here soon. But we do have the base game and the paint sets and stuff. And we have all this, I think we have all this stuff right here. I think so. Yeah, I think we have all that stuff on these pages. And we got Dark Gothic. And of course, Fortune and Glory with a couple expansions. Hopefully they'll come out with a couple more expansions soon. Now that the COVID is starting to die down, hopefully they'll be able to do some shoots and get some because they like the live action cards there, so the realistic cards with actors. So hopefully they can do that and get some more expansions out for that. And there you go. How do you get a hold of Flying Frog? All right, so we get a pretty meaty rule book. I think the rule book has all the expansions in it too. That's why it's so meaty. So, yeah, game rules, cooperative play, expansion. Yep, expansion rule book. So it's got all the expansion rule books, all the villains, all the expansion packs, and everything in it. So that's pretty cool. Glossary, index, all that stuff. Game contents in the box. I'll just flip through this pretty quickly. So there's all the tokens and everything, all the busts and all the stuff that's inside. So Spectral Horseman, that's what I was thinking of, not the Headless Horseman, the Spectral Horseman. And then the Windmill, Abandoned Keep, Manor, and Old Woods. Old Woods was the one I was trying to think of. And all the cards and what they do. A little bus, Elder Bus, the main board, the track, the lair cost track, the lair track. I think that's a shadow track too. And breakdown of a hero. Again, if you've seen any Flying Frog stuff, you're probably familiar with this. Breakdown of the villains. Hero's turn, fight enemies, take actions, the mystery phase, all that stuff. It's definitely a nice meaty rule book with everything inside of it. Villain Showdown, what you do at the end. Cooperative play, advanced cooperative mystery chart. Hopefully they'll have the regular charts in here too, in chart form here. Cooperative Showdown, team game. So all this stuff you're probably familiar with. This is the epic villain that's included in the 10th anniversary is the Spectral Horseman epic version. And all the stuff he does. Optional rules. And here we go. Box expansions. Excuse me. Something Wicked. The Coast, which we have. And Hero Pack 1 and 2. All the expansion heroes. And where they came from. And how to set up the expansion game, with Something Wicked and with the Coast. And all the different new counters and tokens and everything. And I think this has some extra villains, some web villains and things like that that weren't included in the base game before. So this has a lot of stuff in it. There we go. All the Body Elders. The Lost Ship chart. Kraken. So the villains are the Vampire, the Werewolf, the Scarecrow, and the Spectral Horseman. And then you have the expansion villains, Bog Fiend, Unspeakable Horror, Banshee, and Gargoyle. Well, their minions and stuff. The Siren, the Ghost Ship, the Dreamweaver, the Sunken Seven. So you can see they did a lot of expansion stuff for this, which I would like to see more in Fortune and Glory and some of the other games like that Conquest of Invasion from Outer Space. I'd like to see them do more on that too. And these are some web villains here: the Dryad and the Volgovian Nutcracker. I haven't seen the Nutcracker one yet. It looks interesting. And then the Shadow Witch and the Krampus, which I saw a movie about the Krampus. And then all the hero profiles. So it's like you have 8, 16, 30. Wait, 8, 6, 24. Yeah, so 24 villains, so quite a few villains to play with. And then the index and everything. Facts and clarifications. Facts for each one of the expansions. All the credits, all the pictures. Pretty cool. And there you go. It's a nice, big, thick, meaty 75-page rule book with everything you need to know about Something Wicked. All right, so now we have the miniatures. We'll go through. And you've seen some of these before, probably. Well, if you've watched any of the playthroughs. So here you go. I think this is Carl right here. And that one, I'm not sure who that one is. I think this is Anna, the school teacher here. these look like they're a little bit better than the other ones that we had, because the other ones I had were like bended, and they were kind of bent the wrong way. This is Katrina. These look like they're a little, I don't know, maybe about the same quality. I guess they do bend a little bit. And that's, whatchamacallit, the Drifter guy, I think. And of course, Inspector Cook with the lantern. Yep. And then, not sure who she is. And then this is the actor guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So these are the 8 villains in the base, heroes in the base game. And here's something that's super cool. Here are the different busts. Again, I'm not sure what every one of them is. It says it right on it, maybe. Yeah, I guess it does. This is Sophie the Midwife. That is Reverend Harding. Dr. Manning. Lord Hambrook. Lady Hambrook. And lastly, Magistrate Croft. And then a plastic token for the Shadow Track. Oh, it's cool. It's got like a clock on it. 1 through 12 in Roman numerals. That's pretty cool. All right. And then here are some of the new upgraded non-cardboard tokens. Very cool. Like a plasticky, rubbery plastic kind of. They do bend a little bit. So plasticky though. So these is a 5 wound. And then these are this is a 1 wound marker, but nice and chunky, which is a nice tactile feel. So a nice bag of these wound markers. And let's see what we got over here. And these are the really cool ones. Investigation tokens. Big bag of these. A nice feel to these. So you have your single 1s. And then your 5s. So pretty cool investigation tokens. Nice feel to them. So I dropped one of them, I'll have to get it later. Alright. And of course your cards. So lots of decks of cards. Alright. And let's see. Oh, here we go. And here are the cool landscape minis. So here's the windmill. Pretty nice detail on these. I don't think I'll paint them, but possibility I might paint them. We'll see. But pretty cool though. I hope they make these for the areas and the expansions, doing something looking in the coast. That would be nice. So everything would match there. That would be pretty cool. But decent, nice quality. So here's the manor. Hambrook Manor. Where Lord and Lady Hambrook and Lucy live. Pretty cool. Very nice quality. And this is cool, the old woods. Dead trees. They have some character to them. Looks like they're alive a little bit. Pretty cool. And lastly, the abandoned keep. decay and it's falling down a bit. Pretty cool. Some missing doors, open doors and stuff. Very cool though. And the insert has places to put everything, which is cool. Alright, and your standard tokens, pretty much the same as in the other one. Spectral Cavalry, Ghost Soldiers, Walking Dead, Succubus, Succubi, Feralkin, Locust Swarms, Toy Soldiers, let's see if I nutcracker there. Living Trees. And then these are the backs of them. So you have the back, you have your rat's nests, your specters, your fawns, stuffed bear, toy cannons, Bargus hounds, ghost cannons, Bargus hounds, wolves. Wolves look a little different than in the other game. The bats steal stuff from you. And then you have your first player, Flying Frog. There. Your +1 cunning, honor, and +1 cunning and honor tokens. Your militia tokens, pretty much the same as before. Your resolve tokens, which I get plastic of. I get upgraded tokens of that. Basically, that gives them an extra life. And then here are your villains here. Your Volgovian Nutcracker, Christmas Caravan, Familiar Cat, Blood Trees, Rider's Skull, Dillian Dryad, Krampus, Shadow Witch, Spectral Horseman, Scarecrow, Werewolf, and Vampire. And Dread tokens here. I don't remember seeing these before. And here's your shadow track here, which has the layer cost down below, and that's for the, I think, competitive game. And then for the cooperative game, you have your little blood spots where the villain gets stronger health and stronger combat, extra combat dice. And then the back of the Touch of Evil of the first player token. And one more punch out. Very nice, high quality punch outs too. And you do have some, the +2, that's for the villain. +2 hit point tokens, or health tokens. Eggrog, I think that's for the Krampus probably. And then you have your naughty or nice tokens. Barricade tokens. Franklin the dog, of course, who's also in A Touch of Evil. I mean, in Last Night on Earth. I believe he's the same dog in that. The Coachman, Lucy, Selena, and Jack. And then you have your transformed tokens when you become a werewolf. Krampus's sack. That would have been nice if it was an actual like felt sack, and that would be cool. Crow tokens, Spiked Skull, and the backs of these. Revelers, backs of Naughty Nice, +1 in the back of those. And then rats and spiked skulls. So that's pretty much it for that. I guess we'll go through the cards and stuff first. I mean, we'll go through the heroes, I guess, first. Some of the heroes. So Anne-Marie, the school teacher. That's her card there. So all the stats, the abilities, and her stats, and then how many wounds she can take. And then Heinrich Cartwright, the drifter guy, with his stats and everything. And then Inspector Cook. Isabella Von Took. Carl the Soldier. Katrina the Outlaw. Thomas the Courier. Victor Danforth the Playwright. And then here are the villains, the Scarecrow. And then with all their special rules and advanced abilities if you want to use them. I haven't used any of the advanced abilities yet, but I have played through all the base ones. And that starts with 5 combat, dice. That's how many dice it rolls. And then to start with, and 5 health. In the cooperative game, it's 5 health per hero. So if you have 4 heroes, it's 20 health, base health. And then Spectral Horseman, which has 5 combat, 6 health. And here's the epic one, the epic Spectral Horseman, which is a bit harder, so harder special rules, and then a lot more health, 8 health per hero, so 32 health in 4-player game to start with. And then here's your Vampire, 5 and 5. And then finally the Werewolf, 5 and 5 also. Alright, so those are your, so basically the same as before. So the major differences are in the tokens, the investigation and the wound tokens. All the the regular character minis are the same, but the bus, those are all unique to the expansion, to the 10th anniversary, and of course the 4 location minis there too. All right, now here are the minion charts for the different things for the Werewolf Million chart. So this is that's its base side here. And all different things that happen when you have to roll on the minion chart. You can either terrorize, it can have a minion of feral kin, or it can have a werewolf attack. And then the red side is the harder side, the epic side, the advanced game, which you can terrorize, a rat's nest, feral kin, and werewolf attack. And here's the Dryad. So it's base side right here. Nature's Lure, Wolves, Living Trees. And then its epic side, it has Nature's Lure, Creeping Brambles, Wolves, and Dryad Attack. And here's the Krampus, which is one of the web villain there. So it has a Fawn, a Prochetta, which is an event, and the Krampus attack. And then on the other side, it has the Fawn again, the Prochetta. It has Birken Root, which is an event. And finally, the Krampus attack. And here's your Vampire, Bats, Walking Dead, and Succubus. And the advanced side has Dark Influence, Bats, Wolves, Walking Dead, and Succubi. And then we'll do that one last. And here is the Nutcracker one, the Volgovian Nutcracker minion chart. I really like to see this one. This is the one thing I've watched a ton of playthroughs for Touch of Evil, but I have not seen this one yet. Toy Soldiers, Toy Cannons, Holiday Ball. And then backside, Toy Soldiers, Toy Cannon, Stuffed Bear, and Holiday Ball. And here's the regular Spectral Horseman, Bargastown, Ghost Soldiers, and Horseman Rides Tonight, an event. And then the back side is Bargastown, Ghost Soldiers, and Horseman Rides Tonight, with a little tougher side of it. Okay, here are the Scarecrow minion chart. Harvest Wind, Locust Swarm, and Crows. Harvest Wind, the epic side, advanced game. Harvest Wind, the Frightening, Locust Swarm, Murder, the Crows, Scarecrow attack. And here's the Shadow Witch minion chart. Ghost Soldiers, Living Trees, Shadow Witch attack. And then Wrath of the Shadow Witch, Ghost Soldiers, Living Trees, and Shadow Witch attack on the advanced game. And then these are, these are different. So these aren't like the, actually they are. These must be the extra ones. So these are the extra ones right here, the web ones. So they didn't come in the same board side. They're more like thick, glossy kind of, well, semi-thick, glossy paper kind of, but thicker than paper, but coated. So that's nice. So it's the Shadow Witch, the basic side, and then the clarifications and facts about that. So maybe they did have them in here. Yeah, these are the extra ones. And here's the Krampus. clarifications and facts, and then its health and combat and all its abilities. And then Delon Dryad, a little blurb about that. And her front side here. And then here's the Nutcracker. And a little bit of blurb on the back here. And finally, yep, here's the Advanced Showdown track chart, optional. Which before I think was just in the book, but now they gave you a chart of it, which is nice. And then this is the Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart. There you go. Cool. All right, so the last thing we have here, let me get a sip of something to drink. Ooh. All right, so first we have the location decks. Starting to run out of sleeves again, so hopefully we can be able to sleeve all these cards. So here we go. Hold on. There you go. There we go. Crunch those up. All right. So basically you have your decks for the areas. You have your manor decks. Voila. So some duplicates, some equipment, some events, some combat stuff. That's basically just different types of cards with different things going on. Some good, some bad. We have your Abandoned Keep, which is another area. So you have some couple muskets. You can get attacked. Something can collapse. Ghost in the Fog. So just different things that go on at different locations. Again, some good and some bad. Some gear enhancements or stat enhancements. So those are two of the areas that are in here, and then these are all event cards. So these are mostly good, but some of them can be bad. But mostly good. Militia to help you out. Extra wounds. I think not. That helps you discard some certain cards. Yeah, so different event cards, some books, something to help prevent wounds, cure wounds. Look at some investigation card. Look at people's secrets. Some of all the elders have secrets, so there's how to look at them. You can use these cards or pay investigation tokens. And then this one allows you to gain investigation tokens equal to your honor, and just different other cards and stuff. So those are event cards, and those are good things. Those happen to the heroes there. One of the few good things that you know it's almost gonna always be good when you draw event cards. And then you have your, oh yeah, nice crunching these. And then you have one of the other locations, the windmill cards. So a lot of good cunning and stuff, I think, in there. Some combat stuff, some fights. I thought there was cunning stuff in here. Maybe not. Combat. Looks like it's mostly combat. Yeah, some cunning. Got some cunning cards in here. And of course I get all the expansion packs for these, but for a while we'll just play with the base cards. And then this is the old woods. A lot of bad stuff in here, but equipment too and everything. And you can fight living trees, angry trees. Those are tough. So wolves can be tough. Healing herbs. So some good and bad stuff in here. All right, windmill. I think we did. Yeah, we already did that one. Okay, so those are all those cards, and then these are the bad stuff. These are like darkness cards and shadow, some brimstone. These are current. You draw one of these every mystery phase. These are mostly bad things, like the Spectral Horseman rides. A bunch of those. Or the villain rides. So a lot of those. Yeah. Just a lot of nasty stuff. Crows come. Or these are where villains, you roll on the minion chart, and you have to put minions on the board, which if they land into space, you have to fight them immediately. This is an attack of the villain will show up, and you have to fight around with him. Yeah, so just all kinds of bad stuff. And this makes the villain stronger, gives him more wounds, gives him more fight dice. Yeah, so nothing good in this deck. Yeah, it looks like we have some more cards for the locations. So yeah, definitely, Flying Frog definitely has a lot of cards in their games, which is cool. Which means they add extra cards, like booster packs all the time to the games that they support. So, which are most of the games they do support somewhat. Right now, it's primarily Shadows of Brimstone, but they do come out with packs occasionally for A Touch of Evil and some of the other games. Hopefully, they'll give some love to Invasion from Outer Space and other games which kind of gotten forgotten a little bit. So, not sure why there's only a couple extra cards for this. So this might be maybe cards they added into the expansion. Into the Anniversary Edition. Just a couple of more Old Woods cards. A couple more Abandoned Keeps cards. So those might have, that might have been it. These don't look familiar. So these might be cards that were added into the, because it says 10 in there. That were added into the 10-year Anniversary Edition. Although even the other ones show 10 too. But these might be new ones that they added into it. Which is cool. So you got more cards in it. Yeah, so it looks like it's 2 new cards for every deck. Location deck anyway. Yeah, these don't look familiar. So there's a couple more for the Windmill. And then 3 more for the Mystery deck. Just put those right in there. 3 more for the... this looks like a new deck here. I haven't seen this before. This is new to the 10-year anniversary. So Epic Villain Encounters. So you must draw these occasionally, so that's cool. I'm not familiar with these. I'll have to read about how to do these. Thundering Hooves. A couple of those. Marked by the Horseman. Crossing the Bridge. Jack-o'-lantern. Croaking Toads. Cursed Hollow. Horse Chase. Midnight. Army of the Dead. Taken to Hell. Hell Gloves. Acts of Vengeance. Yeah. So I'm not really sure how to use these, but Epic Villain Encounter. So basically probably when you play a deck of villain. Then you have Epic Villain Objectives. So I wonder if these might be just different quests you have to do. Symbols of Protection. Magistrate's Mark. Soldier's Diary. Minuteman Musket. Blade of Revolution. Protective Ward. Letter from the King. Old Captain Irving. Watchman Phillips. Heroic Defiance. Discover the Pattern of Deaths. Forfeit of the Town Objectives. So these are objectives. Break the Hateful Curse. Chop down the Blood Tree. Find the Rider's Skull. Yeah, so I'm not sure how these are implemented, but something new to the 10th Anniversary Edition. And then you have your board, which probably is about the same as any other game. So nice, very nice and glossy. So it's the Town of Shadowbrook here. And of course, this one says 10th Anniversary Edition. But basically the same thing as the other board, nothing other than that little thing there. So that's cool. And then, of course, you have your, if I can get it out, of course, the dice. You don't forget the die. So these are different. I think they were just white die in the original one, but Now you have green and black. So you can choose one to use for the heroes, probably the green, and then the black for the villain, or vice versa, however you want to use it. These appear to be a little bit bigger than in the original game, but I'm not sure. Definitely bigger than in the Shadows of Brimstone game. And then you have your 10th anniversary CD, which is pretty cool. So it's upgraded music there. Sorry for the reflection, but there you go. And then the new insert, which is supposed to hold a lot of expansion stuff. So holds all the little plastic minis and everything, and all the busts in here. The minis in here. And then the cards. So pretty cool. Definitely a good quality, nice upgraded 10th anniversary edition. So I'm hearing that hopefully they'll release a 10th anniversary edition to Fortune and Glory. Although that game itself is has a lot of upgraded components in it, just the game itself. So, and I kind of paid a premium for it. So I hope it does come out, but not that soon. Just so I can get my use out of my game that I paid kind of through the nose for. But yeah, so that is it. Touch of Evil 10-year anniversary edition. Definitely worth the price. I think I got this one at Miniature Market, and it was for a good price. So they were, I like to go to Flying Frog and go off their website. And in fact, a lot of their stuff I did get off their website. Like I think Last Night on Earth I did, as well as most of all the card packs and everything else. But this one thing, I was cheaper on Miniature Market, and I spent a lot already. So I decided just to save a little bit and to get this on Miniature Market. So check them out too. So, all right, so thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming with a Touch of Evil board game unboxing, 10-year anniversary edition. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next unboxing video, which should be some other expansions for any of the base games that I opened up. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.